Welcome parents, families, friends, and teachers. Thank you for joining us on this special evening. Tonight is the 16th annual Taipei European School graduation ceremony. We will begin by welcoming 4 of tonight's graduates to the stage. Anne Chung, Audrey Lam, Michaela Lintott, and Ashley Yao will sing in the graduating class of 2019. Enjoy the song and please hold your applause until all graduates have entered.
I can almost see it, the dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it.
Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. All my faith is shaken. I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head held high, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain, always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle, 'cause sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going. I got to stay strong, just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. It's always gonna be an uphill battle, 'cause sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. There's always gonna be another mountain, always gonna wanna make it move. There's always gonna be an uphill battle, but sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. There's always gonna be another mountain, always gonna wanna make you move, always gonna be an uphill battle, but sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Thank you.
Tonight we celebrate the academic achievements of our graduates and the close of their formal education. From here, they will go on to start the next chapter in their lives. Many will embark on further study and continue their learning at university. And as is the way with TES students, after the summer, they will scatter to attend universities around the world. Some of our graduates will go on to an adventurous gap year or start their military service. It is all exciting, and we are filled with hope and optimism as they leave us and move on to someplace new. However, before we look forward, let's take some time to look back. Transience is something that we are used to in international communities. People come and people go. It's not easy, but it is our reality. The graduates here tonight joined TES at different points, and over the years, they've said goodbye to many friends who had to move away. 2 of tonight's graduates only joined us at the start of the IB diploma, and we are glad they did, because they very quickly became part of our community and made us even better. However, as is the TES way, we do have a number of graduates, and of course their families, who have been with us for a long time, and I'd now like to make mention of them. There are a lot of names I'm going to read, so let's hold our applause until the end. Graduates, please stand when you hear your name. 10 years at TES. Elsa Liao, Brian Liu, Lena Schenk, Frankie Tsai. 11 years at TES. Melody Chang, Alex Lee, Ashley Yao. 12 years at TES. Ariel Lee, Elizabeth Lin, Michaela Lintott, Kiati Zavari. 13 years at TES. Timmy Chang, who unfortunately can't be here tonight. Yuko Nagawa, Eileen Russia. 14 years at TES. Anne Chang, Hannah Kuo, John Lee, Saloni Magnani, Nicole Novak, Vatsal Svani. 14 and a half years at TES. Audrey Lam. And 15 years at Taipei European School. Kokoro Nagaya, James Pan. Can we give them a round of applause? In fact, 33% of tonight's graduates have been with TES for 10 years or more, and 48% in total have been with TES for all of their secondary education. That's years 7 through to tonight. Graduates and families, for however long you've been here with us, thank you. We are happy you came and glad to be here to celebrate with you tonight. In recent years at graduation, we've shown a film produced by the graduates themselves. This is now becoming a tradition. The film we are about to enjoy is a pastiche of 1980s and 1990s television shows set against the backdrop of the IB diploma. Thank you to the film production team, Terry Pye, Eric Lidstrom, Kevin Fang, Anita Lowe, and all the others who helped along the way. I think it's really important to mention that the music you're going to hear throughout the film is all original composition by our students, and all the songs are inspired by our TES school bells. Enjoy.
It's here, the biggest and best thing that's happened to shopping since checkout. Checkout 82.
Check it out. Wake up in the morning, wanting some breakfast.
Time flies by when you're having fun.
You look back and it's all gone.
You move on to a new phase today.
When you come back, we can all still play. Because
It ain't over till it's over.
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 Don't go crying to your mama,
When you get a 4,
'cause you never know what you might learn.
if you listen more. From snooze alarm to 3 o'clock.
The days, they never stop.
But if you just come with us, and then the fun will never be over.
It ain't over. The days don't stop till the school bell rings.
So grab your friend and keep on singing.
Raise your hand if you're oh so smart.
And pretty soon you'll be good to start. Because
It ain't over till it's over.
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 Hey, my name is Douglas. This is what's going on.
Now this is a tale all about how
graduating TES.
It ain't over till it's over. Ask me. It ain't over till it's over. Check it out. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over.
On top of a mountain I went to school, where I spent days intelligently following rules, kicking it back, don't get sacked, fumbling fanatics, filling out cash. Hey Mac, what's the song of the week? Printing magazines, hey don't peek. On to the village, caffeinating stress, and that's how you pass through TES.
It ain't over till it's over. Ask me. It ain't over till it's over. Check it out. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over.
이대로 끝날 것 같지 않아 이제 난 저 그때까지 일래 Forever yearning to leave this town, a common journey. And now we're burning, the sun's going down, the lessons learning. And now we're running from control. Life is coming. We have the cards, but we won't
Guys, what happened? You guys okay? Oh no, no, no!
What's going on? What's going on? Did you? Somebody playing Audrey? Wait, I'm not doing like what's going on? Those people outside. Oh my gosh. Hold on. What's going on? Wait, are you okay? Oh my god, there's someone pointing at us. Oh my god. There's so many of them. Oh my god. That's so weird. We were so close to graduating. Does anyone know what's going on? No. We don't know what's going on. 2 years of hard work.
Journey through the Galacademic system with the explorers of TES, Teen Engineers of Science, using their risk-taking to battle the evil intergalactic bandits. When it comes to space battle, it ain't over till it's over.
Hi, I hope you've enjoyed your programming. And now another message from the sponsor. The real sponsors for today. Not the International Baccalaureate, We are the Illuminati Brotherhood. The Illuminati was founded on the belief that students could not be trusted with their own freedom. That's why it's our mission to replace this freedom with monotonous learning. Do you think it is likely that these students will exit this institution and make something of their lives? I think not. We will keep them here forever. As we like to say, it ain't over until it's over.
And I need your cover sheets in by Monday, please. Over to Mr. Macmillan. Mr. Macmillan! Mr. Macmillan!
Yes. I'd just like to remind you that the thought of today is it ain't over until it's over. And with that, I'd like to wish you a very nice day. See you later.
It's a long life. Better pinch yourself. Put your face together. Better get it right. It's a long life. Better hit yourself. Put your face together. Better stand up straight. Boy, we can do much more together. Better get it right, get it right, get it right.
This is David, y'all.
We can do much more together. Better get it right, get it right, get it right, get it right. We can do much more together. Better get it right, get it right, get it right, get it right. We can do much more together.
And I'll come up with creative ideas. Watermelon's fun. You ready, guys?
I've enjoyed everything that your year group has to offer, above and beyond what is maybe expected of an H1 teacher.
I could talk about, Douglas's crazy fashion senses. I could talk about Ian and Michaela driving nuts with their giggling in the front row. Terry and Eric rocking it out on the stage.
I don't think of you necessarily in academic terms as such. That's a good thing. I actually think when I think of this year group, I think of the life in the year group and all the different talents in the year group. I think of the great music you produced, the fact that so many of you always seem to be laughing. There don't seem to be many arguments in the year group. Is there?
Risk-taking, yeah. Creativity, yeah. Healthy lack of respect for authority, yeah. But you know what? Underneath all of that, they're really honest, hard-working, and very, very loving.
It ain't over till it's over.
Graduates, during the years in which you were all born, our ESC Phase 2 building was only just being built. You came into the world together. While your parents were expanding their family, the same was true for Taipei European School. And in the 18-odd years since that grand debut, you've grown, learned, and discovered what it means to be at your best. And so has TES. Tonight is a rite of passage, the celebration of a milestone. Soon, you will all go your own way. What brings us together tonight, what binds us, is you, of course, but also the school. Out of the world's 7.7 billion people, the 195 countries, and among them an approximated 8,000 international schools, you all, we all, somehow landed at TES together. Whether by design or just a lucky accident of the universe, I don't know. But here we are. And so while tonight is about you graduates, it's also about how we all came together and what we've accomplished together at TES. For months now, I've been looking at you all and feeling somewhat glum, knowing that this day was coming, that you're leaving. Because among you, there is so much skill and talent and spirit. You've amazed me with your academic achievements. Mathematicians, artists, scientists, historians, and linguists of your caliber don't come along every day. Watching you perform knocks me off my feet time and time again. Seeing your commitment to your sport grow and deepen over the years has made me smile. And yes, there have also been times when you've frustrated me, when I've felt let down and when I've been disappointed. But in the aftermath, seeing you step up to make things right, to do the right thing, was humbling. I only hope that we, your teachers, matched you in your humility on the occasions when we got it wrong. Some of you have gone through very hard times, have faced things, are facing things. I really wish you didn't have to at your age. But to bear witness to the dignity and strength with which you've taken on these trials has been a privilege. So yes, for a while I was moping over all that we're losing this year. But weeks ago, there was a switch in my thinking. The day you started your exam leave, when the whole school came together for your final processional through phase 2, it suddenly struck me that we aren't losing you. Rather, we're sending you out into the world to spread all of that skill and talent and spirit. And this has always been the point, and it's what we did together. In the coming weeks and months, as you pack your bags and boxes and prepare to take those first steps into the next phase of your life, please consider your parents. For them, all of this is bittersweet. For the past 15 years, the school drop-offs, lost water bottles, permission slips, and parent-teacher meetings seemed relentless and never-ending. And now tonight, they may be sitting here thinking, okay, just give me one more time. You see, once you've left home, and for a long while after that, each morning they will wake up and immediately think, what time is it in London, or New York, Los Angeles, Vancouver, or Paris? And then they'll ask themselves, is he safe? Is she working hard enough? Are they happy? So be kind to your parents, be patient with them, and when you do leave, make sure you call them often. Tonight is for you graduates because you've made it, but it is also about your parents because they've made it too. We celebrate you together. Your parents have been there from the very start, and there have been others too who have helped you along your way. There have been grandparents, step-parents maybe, aunties, uncles, and cousins, brothers and sisters, nannies. There have been teachers and coaches, tutors, counselors, neighbors, and mentors. Some of those people are here tonight to share in the joy of your success, and they are feeling very proud of you. Graduates, I want to give you the opportunity now to show your gratitude for the people who are here supporting you. Can you please stand up, turn to your guests, and show your appreciation? You can sit. So graduates, my final thoughts. I shared these same words with the class of 2018, and I'll say them again next year, and the year after that, and so on. Because the things I wish for my students really haven't changed since back when I first became a teacher. So graduates, the class of 2019, my hopes for you. I hope you remember us with fondness, that in future times you look back on your school years and smile. I hope you remember each other, and that wherever in the world you find yourselves, you know you have friends out there who know where you come from and who knew you when. I hope you find love, or even better, that love finds you. I hope you remember and uphold the values we hold dear at TES: respect, participation, creativity, responsibility, and perseverance. You are going to need these. I hope you continue to lead your lives with integrity. It's a lot easier said than done. I hope you go off into the world with a great sense of adventure and curiosity. I hope you find something that sparks a passion and compels you to work harder than you've ever have before. I hope you discover a true sense of purpose. I hope you lead because you can. I hope that in times of challenge you stand tall and do what's right, not what's easy. And we need you to do so because we're depending on you and your generation to bring about great change. We send you off with sadness because these goodbyes aren't easy, but also we send you off with glad hearts, knowing that you've been raised well and you've been taught well and that you stand on strong foundations. Congratulations, graduates, the class of 2019.
Okay, it's now time to invite Mr. Gatley and Ms. Paps back up, please, to give out the first set of certificates. We'll be doing the certificates in alphabetical order and telling you where the students are going next year, and also a little bit about what they're wearing as well, if they're wearing something rather striking, a bit like a catwalk. So the first graduate of 2019 is Anne Chang. Anne is wearing a traditional Japanese hakama. There you go. And she will be going to the UK to study children's nursing. Ryan Chang. Ryan will study computer science in the United States. Daniel Chang. Daniel is also going to the United States to study acting. Melody Chang. Melody is going to the wonderful Scotland to study art. Tiffany Chen. Tiffany will study business administration in Hong Kong. Ethan Chen. Ethan will go to Canada to study financial economics. Catherine Chen. Catherine will study communications in the United States. Ingrid Chen. Ingrid will study media, culture, and communication in the United States. Samuel Cheng. Samuel will study computer science in Canada. Henry Chang. Henry will go to the United States to study animal science. Christopher Cho. Chris will study neurobiology in the United States. Audrey Cho. Audrey will go to Canada to study biochemistry. Kevin Cho. Kevin will go to the United States, pre-med. Molly DiRienzo. Molly will take a gap year in Israel, and then she'll go to the US to study criminal justice. Sally Evans. Sally's heading back to the UK where she'll study veterinary medicine. Kevin Fang. Kevin will study music production in the US after a gap year. Christina Fang. Christina will study fashion management in the UK. Iana Shea. Iana will go to Australia to study psychology. King Shu. King will study either economics or computer science in Canada. Kate Shu. Kate will go to the UK to study history. Where Sue? Where will study clinical psychology in the United States. Valerie Huang. Valerie will go to Japan to study liberal arts. And finally, Claire Coe. Claire will study industrial design in Canada. Okay, now I'd like to invite the chamber choir to the stage. They will sing the traditional TES graduating song, which is Softly As I Leave You. Thank you.
And
Honoured guests, parents, colleagues, and most importantly, graduates. I wish to spend some time addressing you, the graduates, on some of the things that I've learned in my life, and about people and about myself. I've learned a lot about myself because I've got a scientific background, and it forces me to analyse all the things I do and what other people do. It's really boring, and you can ask my wife about that, but I have to put up with it because that's who I am. I want to share some of this with you because you'll have some similar experiences, I think, in your future, and I'd hope you could avoid some of the pitfalls that I've had. I want to talk about arrogance and preparation, and I'm talking about myself here. At the age of 40, I took up skiing when I became head of a school in Switzerland. I've always been very sporty, and I thought, yeah, skiing should be really, really easy. And I'd convinced myself that I was fit enough and I didn't need lessons. And that's a pretty arrogant assumption when you think about it. And I really suffered because of that. I used to come down a red slope, I can see it very clearly in my mind, come down a red slope, and I was supposed to turn to carry on down the red slope to go onto a blue slope. And I kept missing it and going over a black slope and tumbling down the mountainside. And I did that for 3 years before I had a lesson. I was too proud. I thought, oh, it's very easy to ski. I'm sure I can do it. I'm sure I'm fit enough. And I did start having lessons, and I was told by the teachers to feel the snow. They kept telling me that. Well, I was feeling it. I was feeling it all over. When I finally understood that I really needed to learn, good teachers made a huge difference to me. I ski quite well now, but without much style. I still ski beyond my capability because that's who I am. And I rely on strength to recover from mistakes. The point I want you to take away from this is you'll always learn faster and be better at anything if you've got a good teacher with expertise and great teaching skills. I believe you'll start to see that when you look back at TES. You really need both in your teachers. When I went to university, I had lecturers with expertise and very few teaching skills. And I have to say, it felt like I was running through mud for my 4 years at university. I should have learned from that, and you'd think I would, but I didn't. Again, when it comes to physical activity, I seem to think that I can do anything. In 2011, in my late 50s, I ran my first marathon. My idea was, oh yeah, that's going to be really easy because I've always been running. I once played a 24-hour five-a-side football match, and I was the only person running around at the end still trying to score. I was convinced it wouldn't be a problem. I was different from other people. Other people found it difficult, but I wouldn't. You probably would not be surprised that I was wrong. My first marathon was a real problem. It took me over 5 hours to finish, and I felt absolutely horrible. I then realized that even if I couldn't find a teacher, I had to plan and learn how to run marathons because I wanted to run some more. I learned from books. Paula Radcliffe's book was particularly good for me. That I needed energy supplies during running. You'd think as a scientist I'd realize that, but I didn't realize I needed to feed myself in order to be able to run a marathon. But yes, you do as you're running around. Heavy training was necessary, and that was really, really hard work. There were good ways of running and really inefficient ways of running. I worked out that speed was based on two very simple variables: the number of steps you take per minute and the length of the stride. So my science started coming into play on that. The final marathon I ran, which was 5 years later, was 4 hours and 16 seconds. I was so upset to not beat the 4 hours. The year after, I was really trying to get under 3.5 hours, but then again the arrogance came in because I tore some ligaments in my leg, and I continued running thinking I could run through the pain, and I couldn't run that marathon. The point I want to make is that whatever you're doing, if possible, get yourself good teachers. If not, then find out about your aims and plan for improvements. Don't always believe that your previous experiences will let you succeed without any effort. Arrogance leads to failure, and certainly in my case, and when I adopt humility, I can certainly succeed. I hope you understand the points that I'm making, and I wish you luck in whatever you choose to do. And I'm telling you that the world is at your feet if you choose the right paths for the right reasons. So good luck in your future, and thank you.
Can I invite the second group of graduates to the side of the stage, ready to receive their diplomas, please? Sam Kuo. Sam will be studying in Taiwan. Firstly, he'll be completing his military service and then studying music performance in the USA. Hannah Kuo. Hannah will be going to the United Kingdom to study medicine. Audrey Lamb. Audrey will be going to the United Kingdom to study music. Megan Lee. Megan will be going to Canada to study forensic science. Ariel Lee. Ariel will be going to the United States to study strategic design and management. Donnie Lee. Donnie will be going to the United States to study computer science. Alex Lee. Alex will be going to the United States to study computer science and linguistics. Douglas Lee. Douglas will be going to the United States to study business management and marketing. John Lee. John will be going to the United States to study neuroscience. Elsa Liao. Elsa will be going to the United States to study criminal justice, institutional studies, theories, and practices. Jack Lin. Jack will be going to the United States to study electrical engineering. Perry Lin. Perry will be going to the United States to study psychological science. Elizabeth Lin. Elizabeth will be going to the United Kingdom to study biological sciences. Nicholas Lin. Nicholas will be going to the United Kingdom to study accounting and finance. Leo Lin. Leo will be going to Japan to study mechanical engineering. Justin Lin. Justin will be going to the United States to study chemistry. Michaela Lintott. Michaela will be taking a gap year in which she'll be studying Chinese in Taiwan. Eric Littstrom. Eric is wearing a Swedish cap which goes back to the second half of the 19th century. The right to wear it symbolises academic achievement, and he will be studying in Sweden. Sorry, he'll be working in Sweden in 3D printing. Eva Lowe. Eva will be going to the United States to study business. Lawrence Lowe. Lawrence will be going to the United States to study engineering. Anita Lowe. Anita will be going to the United Kingdom to study jewellery design. Brian Liu. Brian will be going to the United States to study English. And Robert Liu. Robert will be going to the United States to study economics. I would now like to invite Mr. Jean-Yves Vassaux to the stage.